Bob, on behalf of our employees, cast members, shareholders, and fans around the world, thank you so much for your tremendous leadership, your steadfast support, and your countless contributions to the Walt Disney Company. You set an incredible example for all of us. And personally, I can't thank you enough for your mentorship and friendship through the years. You will be missed. Like so many of you, my connection to Disney goes back to my childhood, long before I began my career here. I grew up in a Disney family. We watched The Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday nights. I was 10 years old when my family visited Disneyland for the first time. So as I stand next to the old animation building, where Walt and his team brought so many of our beloved stories and characters to life, I'm deeply honored and profoundly grateful for the opportunity to lead this remarkable company. Disney has always been a place of imagination, innovation, and infinite potential, bringing human creativity together with cutting-edge technology to create unforgettable storytelling experiences. And very early on, Walt was thinking beyond the screen, from movies, music, and television, to merchandise, publishing, and theme parks. That vision has grown to encompass sports, news, games, streaming, cruise ships, hotels, and so much more. All of our businesses reinforce and amplify one another. At the center of the Walt Disney Company is an extraordinary connection we have with our fans, a relationship built over generations through the stories and characters that people carry with them throughout their lives. There's nothing quite like it. And all these years later, that connection has never been more relevant or more powerful than it is today. It remains our greatest competitive advantage. No one else has the ability to do this at the scale, quality, and global reach that Disney can. Simply put, while others in our industry are consolidating just to compete, or struggling to be relevant in a fragmented and disrupted world, Disney's in a category of one, poised to accelerate into our next era of innovation and growth. And this next chapter will be driven by staying focused on world-class creativity, enhanced by technology, bringing unforgettable stories to audiences wherever they are. While we are in a league of our own, that doesn't mean things have always been easy, especially with the pace of change that we're all facing today. When Bob returned to the company a few years ago, his goal was to fortify our business and lay the groundwork for long-term growth by reigniting creativity and improving performance at our studios, building a robust and profitable streaming business, transforming ESPN for a digital future, and turbocharging our parks and experiences. We've accomplished all of those things, and we're operating from a place of strength with ample opportunity for growth. In 2025, we released the top 3 Hollywood films of the year, including Zootopia 2, which became Hollywood's highest-grossing animated film of all time, with $1.9 billion at the global box office, making it the 8th highest-grossing Hollywood film in history. These successes drove our studio to #1 at the box office for the 9th time in the last decade. We've also built a successful and growing entertainment streaming business that reaches millions of fans all over the world. And we have the most engaged sports fans at ESPN as we continue to deliver compelling programming, including our #1 and #8 most watched events ever on consecutive days earlier this year. And last year, our experiences business delivered operating income of $10 billion, the highest in its history. Demand remains extremely high at our parks and cruise ships, and consumer products continues to be a powerhouse, with $62 billion in retail sales. And just for a little perspective here, in the last few months, we welcomed our 900 millionth guest at both Disneyland Park in Anaheim and Tokyo Disney Resort. While it took many years to achieve these milestones, today, when you consider all the ways that people interact with Disney through all of our platforms on a daily basis, the power of those connections is astonishing. Looking at our hand, it's an extraordinary one. Take all of this together, and Disney has never been more accessible to more people in more places than we are today. And as we look ahead, we will capitalize on our strengths by focusing on coming together as one Disney to deliver a more connected, personalized, and immersive experience to our consumers, wherever they are and whenever they would like to engage with us. The heart of that relationship is, and it will always be, our storytelling. And there's no better example than Toy Story. 30 years ago, Pixar changed moviegoing forever with the first CG animated feature. Today, to infinity and beyond, it's more than a catchphrase. It's an instant association, no matter where you are in the world. These characters now live everywhere our audiences do, in homes across the globe through Disney Plus and consumer products, in our hotels, in every one of our theme parks and cruise ships. And we're expanding that world with a brand new story that is just as exciting, fun, and relevant as the films that came before it, when Toy Story 5 hits theaters in June. I saw the latest cut recently, and it's fantastic. And I'm excited to show you a sneak peek. Toy Story 5 is part of an incredible theatrical slate of films that includes the just-released original animated film Hoppers, which is critically acclaimed and off to a terrific start, as well as The Devil Wears Prada 2, The Mandalorian and Grogu, our live-action Moana, all coming this summer, and Avengers Doomsday in December. Plus, an incredible 2027 lineup with Star Wars Starfighter, Frozen 3, a Bluey feature, and a new Ice Age film, and so much more. And I'm excited to share updates on 2 of our highly anticipated films in development. Our sequel to last year's Lilo & Stitch will debut on May 26, 2028, and Incredibles 3 will hit screens just a few weeks later on June 16, 2028. We also have a wide array of world-class series from across Disney Entertainment. Shows like Only Murders in the Building, The Bear, High Potential, Alien Earth, Grey's Anatomy, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Dancing with the Stars, Paradise, Daredevil Born Again, and the hugely popular Love Story. We also have 3 of the top preschool series led by Bluey, the most streamed show in the US. The Simpsons just celebrated its 800th episode, and we're especially excited about our new Simpsons film coming to theaters next year. We're also well underway on the next season of Shogun, which won a record-breaking 18 Emmy Awards for its historic first season. These stories power our streaming business, which provides direct and continuous engagement with our consumers. Disney Plus will continue to evolve beyond a traditional streaming service to become the digital centerpiece of our company, a portal that connects our stories, experiences, games, films, and more in entirely new ways. And we're working to quickly bring Disney Plus and Hulu into a unified experience later this year that will drive even more value for subscribers and for our business. We also have a huge opportunity to grow internationally. We've been investing smartly and strategically to build this business, and in a little over a year, we've released 7 of our most viewed international originals ever, including the international Emmy-winning Rivals and breakout hit Battle of Fates. When you add ESPN to the mix, it becomes a grand slam for consumers. ESPN is an indispensable daily touchpoint for millions of sports fans, myself included. In fact, in an average month, we reach around 80% of adults in the US. Our sports portfolio is unmatched, and we continue to add key events and partners, including our recent collaborations with the NFL and MLB. And we'll reach new heights next year when ESPN broadcasts the Super Bowl for the very first time, something we'll be bringing the full force of the Walt Disney Company to in a way that only we can. The power of Disney comes full circle at Disney Experiences. There's a reason this business is such a strong and consistent driver for the company. Built on our unparalleled storytelling and decades of creative innovation and operational excellence, Disney has continually raised the bar for what experiences can be, and it's always evolving. All around the world, we're building new adventures and expanding capacity to welcome more families into our uniquely Disney experiences, driven by the largest capital investment plan in Disney Experiences history. It's already bringing new lands to our parks and new parks to our world. Later this month, we'll unveil a new Frozen land in Paris. We're doubling the size of Avengers Campus at Disney California Adventure, building a Villains Land at Magic Kingdom, and planning our first new park in a decade in a brand new corner of the world. And we continue to expand our award-winning Disney Cruise Line fleet. I was just in Singapore for the launch of the Disney Adventure, which is our very first ship based in Asia. It is stunning, and I'm so excited for our guests to experience it. We have 5 more ships on the way, and today I'm excited to announce the name of our 9th ship, the Disney Believe. Underpinning all of this is technology. We've never shied away from the latest innovations, and in many cases, we're the ones pushing the envelope because we know technology acts as an amplifier for our stories, our experiences, and the emotional connection audiences have with our brand. That's why we've partnered with Epic Games to bring a transformative new entertainment experience to Fortnite and connect it to our broader ecosystem. I just reviewed some of the progress on the worlds that we're building, and I was blown away by the possibilities. We'll continue to develop and embrace new technologies to empower our storytellers, but never at the expense of our characters and worlds, our creative partners, or the trust people place in us. Because Disney, at its core, is a company that celebrates human creativity. There's a door on Main Street in Disneyland. It's on your right as you're walking toward the castle. The door is labeled Casting Agency. And the quote on the door, it's from Walt. It says, "It takes people to make the dream a reality." This couldn't be more true for a company like ours. We have the most creative, most passionate, dedicated people, and it's because of our people that we'll continue to create stories and experiences that our fans carry with them for a lifetime. One of the most profound ways we see this coming to life is through our ongoing work with children's hospitals, veterans and military families, and the various community organizations we have the honor to engage with. We're especially proud of our work with Make-A-Wish. Disney is the largest wish granter in the world, granting a wish every hour of every single day. Our stories bring joy and hope and inspiration to millions around the world, and that's a privilege that we take very seriously. That's why we'll continue to come together as one team, building on the strengths I've highlighted today to carry Disney's enduring legacy forward and write the next chapter of this incredible story. As I officially step into this role with an incredible team at my side, I'm truly excited about the road ahead, and I have absolute confidence in our ability to deliver high-quality, experiential storytelling that stands head and shoulders above the rest. I want to thank Bob Iger once more. He set a standard for creativity, integrity, and ambition that will continue to guide all of us. We are deeply grateful for everything that he's done. And of course, my thanks go out to all of our fans around the world. As some of you may know, I love talking to guests and fans and hearing all of your stories. Whether you love our movies, shows, parks, ships, games, books, music, the list goes on and on. You are the reason that we do what we do. And to our shareholders, on behalf of everyone at Disney, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for your continued belief and investment in this one-of-a-kind company.